Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Mehdi Hassan. I make videos on operation research topics. If you are interested, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on more insightful content like this. Today, we are diving into a powerful project management tool that's been a game changer for handling uncertainty in complex projects. I'm talking about PERT, Program Evaluation and Review Technique. Whether you are a project manager, a student, or just someone fascinated by how big projects get planned and executed, this video is for you. By the end, you will understand how PERT can help you answer that crucial question: is the probability of finishing your project on time? First of all, what exactly is PERT? PERT is a planning tool and scheduling technique designed for specifically projects where task durations are uncertain. Unlike traditional methods that assume fixed times, PERT embraces the reality that things don't always go as planned. It uses probabilistic estimates to give you a realistic view of your project's timeline. At its core, PERT helps manager calculate the likelihood of completing a project by a certain deadline, making it invaluable for high stakes scenarios. A quick history lesson to get the stage. PERT was developed in 1958 by the US Navy during the Cold War era. It was created to manage the Polaris missile submarine program, a massive, time sensitive project with a lot of unknowns. The Navy needed a way to coordinate thousands of contractors and predict competition times accurately. Since then, PERT has been adapted for all sorts of industries, proving its timeless value. Now, why we need PERT? Imagine you are launching a new project, planning a construction site, or organizing logistics for a big event. These are often first-time projects with little historical data to rely on. Guessing deadlines can lead to disasters, overruns, budget blows, or missed opportunities. But steps in when the project is novel, data is scarce, and accuracy matters. It doesn't just give you a single timeline, it provides probabilities so you can make informed decisions. For example, is there a chance you will finish the project before deadline? That's the kind of insights that empowers you from PERT. Alright, let's break down how PERT works step by step. We will calculate the problem following some steps. Step 1. Calculate the expected time. So for a new project, there might be three scenarios for any activities. Best case of time is called optimistic. Normal case, that is called most likely. And worst case, when the project can or when the activity can take a longer period of time, that is called pessimistic. We will calculate expected time by using those three forms: O plus 4m plus p divided by 6, or optimistic time plus 4 times of most likely time plus pessimistic time divided by 6. Then we will calculate float time for each activity using critical path method. If you do not know what is critical path method, or you do not know how to measure float activity and float time, then I would suggest you to check out my video about critical path method. I will leave the link in the description box below. Then we will calculate the variance for each activity is pessimistic time minus optimistic time divided by 6 square. Step 4, we will calculate standard deviation. It is actually the root of all some critical activity variance. On step 5, we will calculate Z value. Z value is the given deadline minus the expected project time that we have calculated by the critical path method divided by standard deviation. After that, we can plot that Z value in the standard normal distribution table to find out the probability of finishing the project in the given time limit. Now, let's jump onto the problem. So here is the model problem. Let's break down how PERT works step by step by using this problem. I will use a model problem from a construction project to illustrate. Think about building a house with various activities like site clearing and preparation, foundation work. On screen, you will see the activity table with predecessor, optimistic, most likely, and pessimistic time. Optimistic is the best case scenario, most likely is the normal estimate time, and the pessimistic is the worst case of a project and that required a longer period of time. So our question says, what is the possibility of finishing this project in 360 days? That is what we need to find out, the probability of finishing this project in 360 days. Step 1. Calculate the expected time for each activity. The formula is simple, as I have said earlier. Expected time equal to optimistic plus 4 times most likely plus pessimistic divided by 6. For our example, activity A site clearing has O 32, M 39 and P 52. So the expected time is 40, which is 32 plus 4 times 39 plus 52 divided by 6. We do this for all activities like B equal to 60, C equal to 80, D equal to 70, E 50, F 60 and G 40. Now step 2. We have to calculate the float time. Float actually is the slack, how much an activity can slip without delaying the project. Measure the float time by identifying the critical path. I am saying again, if you do not know how to identify the critical path, check out my videos on critical path that I have given in the description box. Here, this is the critical path diagram, and down below, these are our critical activities A, B, C, D, F and G. You can look that every activity of critical are having 0 float time. On the other hand, the non-critical activity E have a float time of 80 and the project ends following the critical path on 350 days. Step 3. Calculate the variance for each activity. Variance measures uncertainty. The formula is pessimistic minus optimistic divided by 6 whole square. As an example, for activity A, it is 52 minus 32 divided by 6 whole square, which is 11.11. We have done for the other activities as well. For B, it is 7.11, C 7.11, D 4, E 11.11, F 4, G 2.78. My recommendation is you should check the calculation for your understanding. Step 4. Find the standard deviation of the project. Sum the variances along the critical path A, B, C, D, F and g. Then take the square root. Roughly it is 6.009 days. This tells us how much the total time might vary. Step 5 and 6. Calculate the z value. Our standard deviation is 6.009 and our deadline is 360 days. From the critical path, we get to know that the project might get completed if there is no uncertainty within 350 days. So z would be 360 minus 350 divided by 6.009, which is close to 1.66. Now this table over here is called standard normal distribution table. Here we can look by z value about the probability. So as z is 1.66, so down here 1.6 and over here 0.6. So we would sum this one with this thing. 1.6 plus 0.06, it is 1.66. So my value would be there, maintaining column 0.06 and row 1.6, and it is 0.95154. So the probability of finishing the project within 360 days is 95.15%. Awesome, right? On screen, throughout this example, we have seen how PERT turns uncertainty into actionable insights. It's not just math, it's a mindset for tackling unpredictable projects. As we wrap up, remember PERT isn't about eliminating risk. It is about quantifying them so you can plan smarter. Whether you are building missiles or your dream project, tools like these make the impossible feel achievable.